So a Brit walks into a bar, sits down next to a Swede, an Italian, and a bunch of Germans. That sounds like a bad joke, but it's actually pretty close to real life. You see, that bar is the luxury sports SUV segment, and those patrons, well, the Volvo is the Swede, Maserati the Italian, and the Germans, naturally, BMW, VW, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. And then you have this, the plucky Brit, the new Jaguar F-Pace. Now we are in the all-wheel drive sport model, and I have to tell you, it has been absolutely worth the wait. Now before we go any further, I think it's important to mention that the Jaguar we're currently driving retails for just shy of 1.2 million rand, which means that this Jaguar is rubbing shoulders in a very exclusive club. Now the 3-litre V6 diesel that we have here puts out 221 kilowatts and 700 Newton meters. Tootling around town, you can expect to get about 6.9 litres per 100. Very enjoyable, very comfortable drive. But once you get out here into the countryside and you've got a little bit more room, you can flick this over into sport and watch the beast under the bonnet come alive. A blisteringly quick 0 to 100 time of 6.2 seconds is absolutely amazing in a car that weighs just over 2.5 tons. And the drivability is insane. It's just like the sports car that it's derived from. Now you can drive everywhere at 9/10, but what's the point? Slow it down, put it back into normal. Just enjoy the drive, low and slow. Lots of power, luxury and comfort. That's what Jags are all about. Now this is a German club, so German rules apply. That being said, you're going to get a base model, which you can then customize to your liking from a list of optional extras. Now yes, it is going to jack up the price, but how could you live with yourself if you didn't have all that flashy exterior trim or the latest tech inside? Now, the Jaguar F-Pace comes in 3 derivatives. You have the entry-level Pure, the mid-range R Sport, and then the range topper that we have here, the Sport. Now, it is a big, muscular, burly vehicle, as you can see, but it's strangely refined. Much like that bouncer outside in the 3-piece suit. The F-Pace also has tech in all the right places. The interior is also very, very well tailored. There are a few things that make one raise the eyebrow, namely the location of the window switches, because you know if the window is open, that's the first place the water is going to go. The infotainment screen is centrally mounted and has just about all the functionality of the vehicle right there. Now the sport model that we have here has a very specific trim. Leather, piano black brushed aluminium, and the headliner is actually made of Alcantara. The fit and finish is impeccable. Now I can't really fault the Jaguar on any one point. Yes, it has its idiosyncrasies and the car itself really doesn't make much sense. But that's what makes it a Jaguar. And when you take all of this into account, you begin to understand why it won World Car of the Year for 2017, and was a finalist in the South African Car of the Year for 2017. Now Jaguar really has done an amazing job. Showed up to the club, dressed to the nines, takes home the prettiest girl in the place, leaving the other patrons crying into their drinks.